Hi there, welcome back. And look what we've got here. As you may know, if you've followed my channel, I'm quite a fan of these Braun radios from the Dieter Rams and just before the Dieter Ram era. And this is another one of those. This one is the SK2. Now, I've done an SK22 before, or 2/2 before. And there's a series on that. I'll link that in the description and above. But this one is the one that's just prior to that. And I've been looking for this for some time. I wanted to do a 2, I want to do a 25, because I want to really just see what the differences are. Now, this one came to me, this was from the UK actually, and it's not quite original. As you can see, these knobs have got nothing to do with the originals. Something funny on here. The actual center dial is rotating with the tuning condenser. Yeah, okay. We'll keep looking. And also, there is quite a bit of damage on the side. That thing actually cracked. I'm not too worried about this because these cases, you can fill them in with the same sort of thing you'd fill in a car ding, and you paint it. These are painted. I removed the back, and the back is over here. It came with its schematic, but it's a little bit messed up. It seems to have got some oil, but it does have a schematic. And what I'm interested here is to find out if this thing actually had a transformer or whether this was an auto transformer. This is the 2B. Brilliant. Right. The SK2 doesn't have an actual full isolation transformer. It uses an auto transformer, which means you can get a hot chassis. The SK2B actually does have a transformer. As you can see, there's the secondary and it's connected to ground. And then there's one diode, so it's halfway for rectification to the first filter cap. That is brilliant because I was actually worried. This was advertised as a 2. Actually, yeah, it says 2, doesn't say 2B. I think that's just the schematic or the series sort of subdescription. And it does have the transformer, which makes things a lot simpler. We look at the inside, it's a little bit, well, just a lot of dirt. These tubes are all bent. I just think they've been sort of unseated. I don't think they're actually broken. Oh, I do see something broken. That trim pot there, that's a tone pot, and I think that is completely broken away. Okay, well, we'll keep looking. This side has got nothing dramatic on it, and the underside has got nothing dramatic on it, so we're left with our rather mysterious spinning dial. Now, what can I say about this? Well, these guys I've ordered. They're on their way. I've ordered some new knobs, but this thing is definitely messed up. So I'll have to get one of these, and you can get them. I know. Oh, okay, here we go. Well, that's come off, and that's cracked, but I know you can get that glass. Somebody in Germany is making them. So I can get a replacement for that, and I can certainly get a replacement for that, or actually make one. It almost looks like this thing was scanned and remade, and not very well either. So that'll have to be remade. These guys here are, I think they're just pullouts. Yep. Okay, that's what it is. All right. While we're at it, since this is coming out so simply, let's get it out of the casing. And I'm going to do this carefully. Boom. Okay. We've got it out of the casing. We can now take the observation a step further. It looks pretty original so far. Speaker's in good shape. There's one slight, looks like a little bit of a tear there, but that's repairable. Nothing wrong with that. That's in very good condition, actually. Everything here is in perfect condition. Let me look at the underside. Well, everything looks original. I don't think anybody's been in here. Except perhaps... No, they haven't. Nobody has been in here. This tone pot is broken, in fact. That is definitely broken. See, there's a tone pot that comes out here, and you set the tone, but that's been broken off. But other than that, this thing looks like it's in pretty good shape. Just get a closer look. Volume control. This is going to be a nice restore. A very nice restoration, because there is, looks like somebody dinged this thing. Yeah, this thing is sort of bent out of shape or something. This thing's been hit. I don't understand why. This cap is loose. It's unsoldered from there, if you can see that. It's broken the solder joint. That's fine. I'll be replacing that anyway. I'm not going to switch this on yet. I need to do quite a bit more research. These little pieces. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's broken off there. That thing seems to have broken off there. Or there, actually. That one's from there, I think. Yeah, okay. I'll keep the pieces. We'll have to rebuild that. But it's not difficult to do. There's actually a video on the web, on YouTube, where somebody did precisely that. They built up these screw holes, these screw holes that were broken out. And yeah, you can see a crack down there. That needs to be seriously fixed. So this is going to be a challenge. I'm almost sorry I can't just drop a line to Dave Tipton and say, Dave, let's do a joint restore. Yeah, he does amazing cabinet work. But this should be fun. And as I said, this is not the first one. So this will be a little bit of a comparison between this one and the previous one. I don't know how much is different. Just checking the switch. Yeah, the switch is turning. There are a few differences, but the good news is that this is the SK2B, or it seems to be, if that schematic is not lying, which means that it does have a transformer, and I was kind of worried about that. All right, I'm going to get this thing started and report back as we go along. Well, I've had a look at this and I don't see anything dramatically wrong with the underside. And I have got a feeling that we won't get any fireworks if I power it up, which is what I'm going to do. I want to see if this thing receives anything. And I don't see anything obvious that could make this go bang. So I think what I'm going to do, I've put this thing on the dim bulb tester. I've got all the bulbs off except the one. I've got the limits selected. I've got the safety function on there. So this thing is a completely isolated transformer. So it becomes an isolated supply going through the light bulbs. At the moment, the current will be going through a 40-watt light bulb, so there's maximum restriction. There's one thing I don't trust yet, and that is I don't trust the fact that this thing could be hot chassis. I haven't really had a close look at that transformer, so I'm going to prepare the switch on here. The switch is on there. Put the volume sort of on max. And the the way that I can check if this is a hot chassis, one of the ways is touch it. You can get zapped. The other way is take a multimeter, and we can put that there. And because I've connected to the chassis over there, I can then take these two pins here. See that? That's the power supply. And I'm going to touch one of them and then the other one and see what voltage we get between the chassis and the mains wires. So if there's a hot chassis, one of them will give us a full reading and the other one will give us 0. I think this is fine. I think this is the SK2B, which means there's actually an isolation transformer here, not an auto transformer. But let's forget this for a while and let's leave this volume high. I've just connected the dummy whip, the mini whip to the top here, to the antenna ports. It's on mini whip. I don't know whether it's AM or FM at the moment, but here goes. That thing should go bright and then dim down. Nothing. That's not a good sign. What is wrong with this? Nothing. What is going on here? Let's try again. It's drawing something. What am I getting here? 39 volts one way, 130. This is residual voltage. If I touch the chassis, it comes down or up. Yep, that's residual voltage. That means this thing is not a hot chassis. But I'm still concerned that this thing's not getting any voltage. Let's have a look. I'm going to measure across the mains wires. Yep, mains is coming in. Absolutely bugger all. Well, that's not promising, is it? That's a disappointment. I expected at least the dim bulb, the light bulb to come on here. I did test the fuse at the back, and that's fine. So I'm going to have another look and try again. Well, let's try that again. I think what we've got a problem with is this on-off switch. That switch seems to be failing somewhat. Let's try again. I didn't even see that come on. It's very little current came through, but the dial lamp is on. And we have some noise. Let me put the antenna on here. We've got 120 milliamps coming through. Don't even know if this is AM or FM. Let me put this guy on here. Oh, the antenna is not on. Idiot. Okay, mini whip's on. Let's see. Whoa. Well, that works. Something works. Well, that's AM. Let's try FM. If I can turn this. Bloody hell. Oh, try not to get a shock here. Okay. Ah. I'm going to give it another light bulb. Reduce the limitation on the current.
de grande livro. Saramago, num texto dos Cadernos de Lanzarote, em que ele diz que dia passou em Mafra, olhou para aquela massa imensa.
Pretty weak reception, but... Okay, well, let's see if the switch works now. Yeah. So it's working. Not very sensitive, but it is working, which is a start. Oh, I love it. It's brilliant. Okay, what have we got here? We've got a radio that actually works on AM and FM. That means that our audio's working, the tubes are working, the transformer's working, output transformer's working. Now, all we need to do is to improve it. And improving it is always easier. Once you've got something that works, then the rest of the job is just making, replacing caps, making sure that this thing is all, to spec, all the components are to spec. And then, of course, you have to improve the selectivity and sensitivity, and that comes in with the alignment. But we've got a radio that works, and with a radio that works, troubleshooting is practically nil. What I need to do now is I need to not get shocked with a charged capacitor, obviously. But I need to go in here and I need to replace that cap. I'll probably replace, let's see, that's a selenium rectifier. That's a single diode, by the way. It looks like a selenium bridge rectifier, but it's not. It's a single diode, selenium diode. And that I'll probably replace with a 1N4147 and then check the voltages and see if I need to reduce voltage by putting a resistor in there. We'll see when we come to that. That thing I'll probably remove and restuff because it fits nicely here. I don't want to take away from the look. I've already repaired a bit of a ding that was on here. There was a screw or something stuck in there that had bent this thing. That's why this whole thing is sort of bent. It does come back. And then, of course, clean switches, clean contacts, clean pots, and replace all the paper caps. I said that it looked like nobody had been in here, but I think this cap might have been replaced. I'm not sure. It might be period. I'm not sure. And then, of course, we've got that tone control on there. But I'm going to do my usual thing, which is start at the power supply, do the power supply, and then check the power amp stage, make sure we've got a good signal. We can actually, there is no gramophone input on here. But we can find a place to inject a signal, probably at the volume pot, and make sure that we've got a nice clean wave going through there, that the tubes are doing their bit, that the bias is doing its bit, and then I've got a few capacitors to replace, and then I've got a lot of cleaning to do. But as you can see, there's not much to do. It actually looks like quite a simple job. Speaker's in nice shape. And then, of course, I've got to try and repair those cracks on there. I don't know how I'm going to do this. By the way, if anybody knows who makes these dial glasses, substitutes, I thought I had a contact, but I don't. What I do have is the guy who makes the replacement knobs, and I've already ordered them. But I'm almost certain I've seen these dial things for sale. Someone has reproduced them, and I can't find it. So if you happen to know, just make a note in the comments. I'd appreciate it, because I do want to make this thing perfect. And it doesn't matter when that thing comes in, because this thing just comes out like that. So even if I finish the radio and leave this there, I can always just replace it without having to take everything off. So yeah, this one is a short one because I'm pretty pleased, and I want to finish this video while I'm pleased. The radio works. I've got a hell of a lot of work to do on the cabinet, but that's for another day. I'm going to get cracking on this, and when I get that done, I'll report back and show you if we've improved, hopefully be able to show you that we've improved the reception and the selectivity as well. And in the meantime, if you do know someone who makes these dials, please let me know. Well, that's a short and sweet one. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please click like, share, subscribe, and all that jazz. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can do so on Patreon. Links are at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Stay safe.